everybody! My name is Fred Durst.
In the house.
From Limp Bizkit. We're back in this shit. Yeah! We got my homie Drew. Rob, I kinda lost a Fred Durst. Yo, L-I-M-P. Shit.
When did you turn 80, Fred Durst?
I was relevant back in the 90s. I'm old.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm Tracy Morgan or Fred Durst. Identity crisis.
Yeah.
We're drinking beer. What?
Yeah. I don't know what to do. Cue it.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life.
Dude.
Dudes with brews on a porch with Rob and Drew.
Fred Durst, thank you very much, Fred.
Not what I expected him to sound like in real life.
I think there's a lot of auto-tune.
Yeah, is that what that was?
Maybe. I don't know.
He looked weird too.
He's if you follow Fred Durst on Instagram, it's full of old station wagons. He's a big fan of station wagons.
Yeah.
For real. That's a real statement.
When did station wagons go away? Was that the 2000s?
90s maybe?
I don't know. I remember being in a station wagon in the 90s.
Yeah, but that's when they stopped making them. I mean, they were still rotating, and then you don't really see them anymore.
No, Woodies too. Woody wagons, Woody vans.
Yeah,
I saw every time I see a Woody van now, it's like that's what we should be hitting each other over, not these stupid Volkswagens.
The slug bug?
Yeah, screw the slug bug.
Was that? Do you think that was only do you think that was an international thing or a nationwide thing where people
Yeah, I think
said
that's
Woody and punched them?
I think that's a nationwide thing.
Maybe.
Oh, here's a question for you though. What are the rules of slug bugging?
I don't know. You see a slug bug and you say slug bug.
Yeah, but okay, so you're of the opinion that all Volkswagen Beetles are cause for slugging the person next to you?
Yes.
Okay.
It has to be a Beetle though.
So you're wrong.
Can't be a Jetta.
Yeah, you're wrong. Because it's only the original. Thank you, Phil, for just getting right in my face. You can't go by the new models.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be an old bug.
Like Herbie.
Yeah.
Phil, get down. Phil's trying to be on the show. He's trying to steal the spotlight.
Yeah, like always.
Well, it's been a minute since we've done this, but here we go. We're drinking Maplewood Brewing Company Silver Morning. It is a Bock or a Doppelbock, if you want to say. They call it a winter lager. This is from Chicago, Illinois. A malty and robust Doppelbock lager brewed with rich malts and noble hops. Expect warming notes of dark fruit and hoppy spice, and a finish with hints of toasted bread and toffee. A perfect beer to pair with a hearty winter meal.
It sounds good.
What do you think? I think, we were pouring it, I said it kind of looks like Pepsi.
Does kind of look like Pepsi, especially with the light hitting it. It looks like cherry Pepsi, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a little cherry Pepsi. Does have that look to it. Smells like a beer.
Jesus, Phil.
The dog is... Phil, get down. Get down. Thank you.
I'm very sorry about that.
That's okay. Did you spill?
Yes, I did.
Oh, Jesus. That's all right.
Sock mop? You want me to sock mop it?
It's not a sock mop it. That's fine.
All right, I'm sock mopping it.
What do you think of it?
Well, now let me taste it again without the...
I don't get any dark fruit like it says.
That was his game. He wanted to try it.
Yeah, maybe.
And now he's licking it off the carpet.
Great. Feels a dope.
I mean, it's a little tiny bit bitter, but there's not a lot of aftertaste to it for me.
Yeah, I would agree. It's got I'm going to be honest, it kind of doesn't really have much of a forward taste to it either. You know what I mean? It tastes like a beer. Yeah, kind of. It's 6.8 ABVs, NA, and the IBUs. That's kind of the way the world is going these days.
Don't put my foot over it, that way he can't drink it. Feels a lush.
Yeah, these darn dogs. But
I mean, it's not bad. I would drink this. I like the texture of it. It's not a thin beer.
No. No.
Which that's what it's what kind did you say? It's a lager.
Yeah,
it's
a
made to
winter
be-
lager.
It's made to be a little bit thicker, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Or
especially
denser,
now,
let's
we're
say denser.
more dense. We're in the heat of
More dense. You're right. Look at this college-educated moaf right here, correcting my grammar.
I guess.
Denser is not right. More dense. You're right.
We're in the dead of winter here. It's cold as shit. So if anyone's wondering, why Drew hasn't been running on me runsies, well, because the wind chill is negative 28, and I'm not doing that. I've seen people do it, and I applaud their dedication. There's no fucking way.
I just said that to my dad. We were watching the news, and they showed some guy running in Chicago when it's like negative 15.
Insane.
And I was like, "What are you doing?
What are you trying to prove?
Well,
We
like-
get it.
Why do you need to run that badly every day?" Like,
We
like,
understand. You're an athlete. You're in better physical condition. Take a day off.
Do you think if you miss one day,
Brad?
you're just gonna put 50 pounds on overnight? Like, boom, nothing fits.
Oh God. Speaking of, ultimate athletes, the definition of athleticism, probably, some may say the GAOAT, the GOAT. I beg to differ and say it's the GAOAT, the GAOAT, the GAOAT, the greatest athlete of all time. Tom
you
Brady.
Are so what?
Tom Brady once again grabbing his ring number 7, and I've said it before. I wore a shirt yesterday that had a picture of Tom Brady on it, and it said "Not my champion." And I agree. Tom Brady's not my champion because Aaron Rodgers is my champion. He's my MVP. But Tom Brady is.
How is he more athletic than Mahomes? Let's say.
What do
Did you
mean?
see that throw that Mahomes made completely
the
horizontal?
One throw? The one throw he made?
He didn't make it. They didn't actually catch this one, but it was right on target. That's athleticism, though. To be getting tackled completely horizontal and still make the throw 25 yards to the end zone and hit your guy in the helmet.
He's got 6 more rings to go.
That doesn't make you a great athlete. Having,
It does.
I can understand. Okay, wow, you. All right, I can understand going greatest of all
Why are you
time.
getting all mad?
I'm not getting
You're
mad.
getting heated.
I'm getting a little heated. I'm a little passionate about this. I could care less who you think the GOAT is. It's not Tom Brady, but I could care less who you think. But greatest athletic athlete of all time.
Who? Michael Jordan?
I don't even know, but it's not. It's no one that plays basketball or football. It's probably an Olympian of some sort. I mean,
Tom Brady could be an Olympian.
no.
Tom Brady
No.
is proof that one person can change the entire make of an organization.
Oh, you mean 4 people?
4 people? Gronkowski barely did anything all year.
Yeah, he just had 4 touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Drew,
Yeah, but he didn't do that the rest of the year.
just him being
Antonio
moral
Brown,
support, dude.
Antonio Brown.
moral support.
Tom Brady is the best
And
quarterback
honestly,
in the history of the NFL. And
I think the
probably will
MVP
be.
I'm sure Brady got MVP of the game,
did,
right?
yeah.
Bullshit, but I think the defense should have had it.
I agree.
You know, the defense. I mean, it's like, and LeBron James, he proved the same thing, that one person can go to an organization and
Right.
change the mentality of the team. But it really wasn't just Brady. I mean, they got a new coach. They got Brady. They got Gronk. They got Antonio Brown. This is a big. It wasn't just Brady. And to me, I know you know my views on this, but I really, Brady just paid everybody off.
This is your
and,
conspiracy
This
that
is
I
it.
want to
Yeah,
get into.
he paid the refs. He paid our coach to make the wrong call in our game. He paid the refs in our game. He paid the commissioner. Russell Wilson got paid off. Maybe even Andy Reid got paid off. I'm just.
And why did Russell Wilson get paid off?
Because he was there. And because, it's like I said, man, Brady, he didn't have to do it. His talent might speak for itself, but he doesn't like to play the chances. He doesn't gamble.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't. You think he does?
You think he paid all those people?
Everybody.
And then how wouldn't it get out? How are those exchanges made? There's got to be some paper
It's getting out right now. I got a check in the mail.
Yeah. For how much?
Prove me wrong.
So your next thing is, you saw Russell Wilson sitting next to Commissioner Gordon because he won the Peyton Manning Award or whatever.
Yep. So next year, when Wilson goes to the Super Bowl, we'll know that is because he had some private conversations with the commissioner.
Let's mark it today.
Yeah, and so we know that some new rules are coming down that are they're gonna be Russell Wilson helping esque. They might help our quarterbacks too, but they're really gonna be designed for him.
You really think that?
Absolutely.
You think the NFL is predetermined like professional wrestling?
Okay, I'll lay it out for you like this. Anybody that knows Joseph Campbell's hero's journey,
yep.
The story writing, the structure of every story, every great story, just Tom Brady fits into this structure so well.
Why?
It's because you start.
He's not the underdog.
He doesn't have to be. The hero doesn't have to be the underdog.
I think
the hero just needs trials and tribulations, and that
All right.
started with him getting into professional sports, then becoming the greatest of all time, winning championships with the Patriots, and then you get back to the beginning always of the character gets back to the beginning, having changed, which that's him being the greatest of all time, right? The story is not done there for Tom Brady. He decides, I need to start the story structure again. I'm going to Tampa. Tampa Bay Buccaneers had the worst winning record, the worst team of the 4 major sports franchises in the United States, maybe even the world. I don't know. I know it's the United States. So that's hockey, baseball, basketball, and football. Worst record of all of them. What better place for the quote-unquote GOAT to go to restart his story circle, cross the threshold into from the best to the worst, go through the trials of taking the team from nothing to playoff bound, which that's your meeting with the goddess. You have to you get what you want. You get the playoffs. Now you have to figure out what you're going to do with it. You're going to win with it, Drew. You're going to take it and you're going to get a Super Bowl and you're going to become the best again. You come back around to the top of the story wheel, having changed, because now it's not just because you were with the Patriots that you're the greatest of all time. It's because you're Tom Brady. It fits too well.
Because you're Tom Brady, the greatest of all time.
But honestly, I
just
think
reiterates the point.
I would say personally that you get back to the top of the story wheel because LaFleur made the wrong call. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
All right. So what's next for Tom Brady in the hero's journey?
Retirement.
He's not gonna.
Well, he should.
So what if he wins again next year?
I think he's going to go play baseball.
And if he wins the World Series, this first year in baseball,
then I'll give you the GAOAT or whatever it is.
The GAOAT,
whatever you called it, yeah,
greatest athlete of all time.
If he can go and play baseball,
what other athlete's better than him? Usain Bolt, he's just fast. I mean,
I'm just saying, Tom Brady can throw a football when it's deflated, but he can't run outside the pocket.
It wasn't deflated at all today. Or yesterday, I should say.
Well, a lot of those plays, no one even caught the ball. They just got a flag that moved him up the field.
They caught it when it mattered.
And the Chiefs didn't.
They never caught it.
And yeah, well, their receivers were paid off by Tom Brady.
I don't think so.
Those balls were in their hands.
I don't think so.
Well, you can agree to disagree.
What amount of money? I mean, they're playing for the glory. They're playing for the cream de la creme.
No, the NFL is there to create a story for the American people.
Sure.
It's entertainment.
It's like the media. They're creating a story, but I don't think all the players out there go in there and go, "Yep, we know we are going to lose, and Tom Brady once again will rise to the top." I don't think that's predetermined. I don't think so, because by now we would know if it was. There's so many retired players, or whatever. There'd be a tell-all somewhere.
No.
If it was always predetermined, we know pro wrestling's predetermined.
I think in 30 years we'll find out it's predetermined because there's concussion laws now. All those other players forgot, dude. Got hit in the head too much. Yeah, I mean, it all fits. I'm disputing everything you're throwing at me right now.
Yeah, I guess.
Pretty well, I think.
I just, I feel like Charles Woodson or Donald Driver or Greg Jennings would be like, yeah, you know what, it is predetermined.
No, because they would lose everything that they got out of it.
Like what?
I don't know. They sign a non-disclosure, whatever.
I mean,
your salary gets taken, your house gets taken, your children get taken.
Their millions don't get taken that they already have.
Yeah, but their accountant puts them in the wrong account because they're paid off too.
You think it's that? It's so like
It's a
contorted
web.
to the point where
This is a huge web.
Even the local bank teller in Green Bay,
Hollywood's
Wisconsin,
involved with this. I mean, they're paid off.
QAnon.
They're not. Ironically enough, QAnon's not a part of it.
No. All right.
You would think they would have gotten in, but too late to the game.
So is football the only predetermined sport? How about the Chicago Cubs winning a World Series after 6,000 years? Was that predetermined? Was that where they're like, okay, now here it is, builds the story?
Yeah. I think the Bucks are predetermined. We should have won the championship last year, but we let Miami Heat win so that LeBron could play his old team in the championships.
Okay, so
I mean, how does that not work? Look at Larry Bird and Magic Johnson's journey. Fits right into the hero's journey. So does LeBron James going up against his last team, the Miami Heat.
So where's Brett Favre's second Super Bowl on a different team? I mean, that right there is the hero's journey. The gunslinger. He's going rogue, and he gets on the Jets. He gets torched on the Jets. They have a horrible season. Then he goes to the Minnesota Vikings. The fucking face of the NFL is the Minnesota Vikings versus the Packers. Always one of the longest.
I know. Would have worked out well, right?
Yeah, but then he threw an interception at the end.
Human error. It happens.
No, absolutely not.
He went off script and it worked against him.
Absolutely not.
And that guy that caught that interception was a rookie. He didn't know the rules of the plan. He wasn't godfathered in yet.
He's dead now.
See?
Yeah. There's no way. There's no way.
Or Brett Favre just had so much integrity that he was like not willing to necessarily go along all the way. And they're like, you know what? We're going to show him. And then they're like, hey, this is where this pass is going. You be there to intercept it.
I don't think so. So then he went rogue within going rogue.
Why don't you want to dream, Drew?
I want to know that when the Packers win the next time, that it wasn't predetermined. They did it.
Oh, it won't be predetermined
Wisconsin.
when the Packers do it.
So the last time when they won, it wasn't predetermined.
No, the Packers are outside of this. Like when they win, it's based on skill.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that.
But the Milwaukee Bucks, this is their year.
See, I don't know if it's their year. I know that things plotted against them last year.
Okay, so what's going to happen? What happens if LeBron James is in again and wins another one?
See, now this year, I do feel like the story should be LeBron versus Yanni, because there is a battle going on between them for MVP awards, where LeBron isn't happy that Yanni got the last MVP, season MVP.
Yeah.
And last year, it just happened that Miami Heat were good enough to go to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So it was like, all right, Bucks, you got to take a back seat. We're going to let the Heat go up and play their former teammate. This year, it might be MVP versus MVP, Bucks versus LeBron versus Yanni.
Sure.
And that would be great for the story, too.
Okay. So do you weigh out every possible
if it involves
every possible matchup and go, yep, this would fit this here, and this, it's like a horoscope. It fits every narrative.
You'd think that, but it wouldn't, because honestly, when you get down to it, if there's other stories this year that would have been even better, but Tom Brady has the spotlight, so he kind of took it away from them. The Bills and the Browns would have been a great story. That's a comeback story.
And why not? Why didn't it happen?
Because Tom Brady has so much clout that if he would have came out and said, this is a goddamn conspiracy, people would have listened. So when he said, I'm going public, they said, we'll get you the Super Bowl, Mr. Brady, I promise. And then he said, here's $100,000, thank you.
Here's $100,000. What does he have to get out of this?
He gets 7 rings, dude.
Yeah, he's got more than anybody we'll probably ever have.
Yeah, and that's fucked up, isn't it? Isn't that weird? Doesn't that seem a little odd to you?
Because he's the GAOAT.
He's got more than any team.
The GAOAT.
The GAOAT? I'll take the... Is that what you said?
The GAOAT.
Tom Brady's the GAOAT.
I mean, I don't know. It was... I only watched really the
I'm
first...
just going to say this, too.
Okay.
I think my mailman's in on this conspiracy. Like, seriously, Something's going on with my mailman and my mail.
Really?
And it's starting to freak me out. And my neighbors are involved too. I know it. The poop is loose.
The fuck?
Alexa is in on it, dude. She's trying to make me think I'm crazy.
What is happening? It said the poop is loose, and now it's playing Chocolate Rain.
Salsa or something, yeah.
No, Chocolate Rain.
Oh.
Okay, Google, stop. I don't know. Babe, why are you letting... you?
Is it not? Is it just a coincidence, or is this happenstance that I'm talking about how people in this town are conspiring against me, and then Alexa kicks in and tries to...
It's okay, over. Google, first of all.
Okay, Google. But, that's even worse. I use Google.
It said the Google Home said just out of nowhere said the poop is loose, and it started playing Chocolate Rain.
No, because you said
I said that like a long time ago. Oh, it must be. Oh, it's a routine.
Oh, now we're getting an insight into Drew's character.
I just do it to mess with Carissa. When I'm at work, I set up things on my phone and like just she was worried. So she was worried, or Phil was barking into the kitchen like he does sometimes, into the dark kitchen. And I was working second shift last Monday, and she texted me and she said, you know, she's really freaked out. And I said, okay. I was like, you know what? I can make a call and do something. And then I programmed it so in 1 minute it played the Ghostbusters theme.
Nice.
Who are you gonna call? You know, get it?
Yeah.
Pretty funny, huh?
That's good.
But yeah, I did one when I was taking a dump, and it said the poop is loose, and it started playing Chocolate Rain. I didn't realize it was gonna do it today. That was a week ago.
You were taking a dump?
Yeah.
And did you say did you search
I can set a routine where it'll say what the routine is at a specific time during the day of the week, and I made it say the poop is loose.
Nice.
And then it played Chocolate Rain. Get it?
Yeah.
Chocolate Rain.
It's kind of gross.
That's what that song's about. Diarrhea.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I think about it, yep, that makes sense.
Anyways, what were we talking about before my possessed Google?
Yeah, just my mailman and the people in my building, and also the people all around my building.
What are they're all in on it on your mail?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is yet. I just know it is something, and I will do some more recon. I've been watching. I've been listening. I got my ear to the ground at my place. I'll get back to you guys. We'll talk about this next time. But I'm just telling you, if I don't make it back to it next time, mailman. It was my mailman.
Mailman?
Or somebody connected with him.
Why? What's happening?
I just know that I'm supposed to be getting letters that I'm not getting, and I am getting letters that I should not be getting.
From who? Like directed to you or not directed?
They have nothing on them, man.
What? What do you mean?
They just say resident. They're trying to erase me.
current occupants.
Yeah.
Huh. None of them say Robert, huh?
No.
Not even Facebook Rob?
Not even
Facebook
Facebook
Robert?
Rob. They're trying to erase all of it, dude.
And
And it's scary.
you know, mailmen are
And you know what?
tricky.
My neighbors, they don't say, hey, Rob. They just say, hey.
Hey, resident.
Hey, guy from upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I moved into a house, because things like that.
Yeah. No one forgets you in your own house.
I think they do sometimes. I think they do. Yeah. So last time we spoke, it was the day before my wedding. Wedding happened. It's been a couple weeks. No traces of COVID-19.
COVID did not show up at your wedding.
Everybody who said that was going to come came.
It's good.
Yeah, it was
a great time.
I had a lot of fun.
I honestly did not regret the things I did until yesterday.
Till yesterday.
Yeah, I really didn't until yesterday. I started laughing at myself about the ridiculous dance moves that I was doing.
I was a little bit of, so I'll say this. If I were DJing my wedding and the
You
groom
cut off great songs.
and the groom was doing what I was doing, I would have been annoyed.
He was probably annoyed.
I don't think he was because he knows me.
That guy was a good DJ.
Yeah, he was.
When he played the songs, they were good.
What do you mean? I picked good songs.
I'm sure you did.
Fuck you. You played "Can I Kick It," which is just like it's
It's a building song.
at peak drunk time. You need that upbeat. You need it constantly upbeat.
I think that is an upbeat song.
That is not an upbeat.
You listen
song.
to ska and punk. Of course, it's not an upbeat song to you.
Yeah, and I played ska and punk. I
Whatever.
played mostly ska.
Me and Brandon were into it,
Ska was fun.
and so was the fucking DJ.
No, sorry.
That's 3 people.
Yeah,
Everybody else was paid off.
that's right. I paid everybody
Yeah,
off.
You paid them off to not like that song.
I don't know. It was fun though. It was a lot of fun. A lot of people complimented us on the ceremony.
It was a great ceremony.
Was it?
It was.
Breaking the mold, maybe. It was traditional but it had aspects of non-traditional.
Yeah, it was better than traditional.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it did things in the same basic order, but not. I don't know. I don't like weddings, but I liked your wedding.
Oh, thanks. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how to compliment it better than that.
My vows were good, right?
Yeah, the vows. That's the thing. I have such a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even on a TV show with a wedding, I fast forward through the vows.
Oh, really?
I fast forward through that
You
part.
can't fast forward in life.
No, you cannot. But someday, God willing. But I wouldn't have fast forwarded to yours. Yours was the perfect mix of emotion and humor, the perfect pacing. It wasn't too long. It wasn't too short. I thought it was great.
Yeah. There were some hiccups on my end.
Yeah, that was great though too. I mean, you remember the mistakes, or not even the mistakes. I wouldn't even call it a mistake. I don't know what you're referring to. I know what I think.
When I was saying my vows, there were some added lines that weren't written down.
Oh yeah, give us one.
Son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, I suppose that one probably wasn't written down.
Or then when I said,
that was great. That's
I
what
was
that
like,
people.
this sucks. This is so embarrassing.
This should be over by now.
Yeah, that's what
That was my favorite one. And in regards to, I don't think that was in regards to your vows. I think that was in regards to how you were feeling about saying your vows.
I thought I was like, yeah, these vows should be said by now.
Oh, okay.
But
I took it as I shouldn't be tearing up anymore.
Yeah.
That this should be over.
That too. I didn't shed a tear, but I was very choked.
Yeah, you were holding them back, and that's what made
I
it so
was
funny.
choked up.
Can you fake that voice that you did?
I don't know. I don't think so.
God, that was a great voice. It was Drew giving his vows while trying to hold back tears, and then also cursing himself for having to hold back the tears. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Very layered. It was a very layered performance.
Yeah, it was good. It got a lot of laughs though. Got a lot of laughs.
It was good.
Even the vows and the impromptu.
Yeah, what was the last thing you said too? One way or another, this is the last time I'll get married.
That wasn't in my vows, but
when did you say that?
I said that at dinner. Like when I was thanking you. When I was thanking
Oh,
everybody.
okay. I knew you said it at some point. I had been drinking at that point.
Yeah,
so.
I said. I thanked Carissa for giving me the opportunity for having a family again, and then I said, in one way or another, this will be my last marriage. People like that.
Yeah, that was
funny.
good. That was a good.
That was off the cuff. The thank you speech, nothing written, off the cuff. See,
Yeah.
it was like I did 2 comedy sets. I could do it.
Then you should. Let's go down to Milwaukee.
Let's go right now. Get in the car.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Is that the end?
No. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then in kind of like true fashion, I drank a lot and I farted a lot too.
Yeah, that was something. It was something.
The toots were fierce.
I was, because I'm your friend, I was not acknowledging it.
Yeah.
I was just living in it.
My cousin told me to stop crop dusting the dance floor. I'm like, I'm trying my best, but I can't. They're coming out. I can't.
I mean,
help
if you would have asked me to get on mic and say that was me, I would have done that for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very nice of you. It was
The people listening, you should understand how nice that statement actually is, because it was rough, to say the least.
It stank.
It stank.
I mean, whatever. People still had fun though.
Yeah, they did. I love the fact that nobody really addressed it at all.
A couple people did, but yeah, I mean,
But for the amount of people that were on the dance floor,
yeah.
I mean, normally it's hard to get people on the dance floor. You couldn't even clear them if you wanted to. Like, you tried.
I got people on the dance floor.
Yeah, it was a good dancing wedding. There were a lot of people dancing.
But remember, like, I did pull out some DJ moves. Because usually when
that's what they used to call you, right? DJ moves.
Yeah, DJ moves when the dance floor is empty, and you're just like, it's early. You're like, man, we gotta get some people out here. That's when I do, and it might sound cliche, but I play the locomotion, not the old one, the updated one, the Kylie Minogue or whatever the fuck her name is.
No, I remember that's the first time I went out to the dance floor was after the locomotion ended because I got yelled at by a couple of people to get out there.
You got yelled at by me too.
You and
I was
Abby
just yelling into the mic. I was getting everybody. I got everybody on there. That's how you do it, right?
Yeah.
I got skills.
See, well, yeah, and that's where things got fun for me, but also went down off the rails in terms of how I think about it later, because I dance too stupidly to dance. I shouldn't do it.
I don't even know how to dance, but I was out there like the whole time.
You were doing dancing great.
I
I kicked a child at your wedding.
Did you?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, on the dance floor. I kicked a 2-year-old or something.
Who?
Right in front of his mom.
The little guy?
Yeah.
Kyrie? You probably kicked Kyrie.
Probably.
Huh.
She was cool with it, though.
Yeah, she's...
Because he was... I was drinking, but I distinctly was watching where this kid was around me. And because, it was like...
drop him?
No, well, no, he went over to the corner off the dance floor. And then I turned... And I'm a Charlie Brown dancer. I do the kicks. I'm a kicker. And all of a sudden my foot hits something, and the kid is like teleported back to in front of me. And then I look up, and his mom is standing right there. And it was like one of those moments. It's like where a waiter spills something on somebody.
Yeah.
Where nobody's happy. Nobody wants that to happen. Nobody
Yeah.
And it wasn't like she was like, "What the fuck? You kicked my kid." No, she was like, she felt my shame.
Yeah.
And I did the in true Charlie Brown fashion. I did the sad sack walk off.
with your big
my head down,
with your mouth open, like
my
big enough to fit a pie in there.
Yep. And then I consumed some more alcohol and went back out there. Got back on that horse.
Got back on the horse. Glad you had fun.
I had a great time. Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, I think
it was a beautiful wedding. Food was good. Company was good.
Yeah, donuts were good.
Yeah, I had one the next day. I didn't have one that night.
They're good though.
They were very good.
The nachos. Late night snack nachos.
Dude, those tacos.
Fucking good, dude.
I didn't have the nachos. I went with the taco.
Yeah.
That was good. No hangover the next day. I find this interesting.
I didn't either.
We had...
let's talk about it, yeah. So the night before we recorded the podcast, the next morning, and like we really didn't have that much,
5 beers.
Both of us had 5 beers that night.
Yep.
I puked the next morning.
And I puked that night.
Yeah.
At 3 a.m. or something.
I wonder if it was the beer that we drank.
I think it was. I think honestly the beer that me and you both drank is because otherwise there's not much that we had that only the two of us would have had.
Yeah.
But I was definitely having 5 beers over the course of like 5 hours, maybe 4 hours after eating a meal.
Right.
That seems like nothing to me.
Right.
So that was weird. And then to drink because I seriously must have like. I must have drank like 15, 20 drinks.
I tried to get a White Russian, but they didn't have any. They didn't have Kahlua.
Yeah,
I was sad about that.
Yeah,
but I stuck to Bud Light and Spotted Cow.
And I should have done the same
because I knew I was. And then you gave me some water.
Yep,
like a nice guy.
You got a call coming in.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah, no, I took your beers away from you. And then somehow people started going, are people taking beers from Drew? And I was like, I just took them from him so I could dance with him for a second. And then I brought you back water.
Yeah.
Because
that was a good thing.
Because you were standing on the sideline of the you were just drunk very drunk at that point.
Yeah. We were going to go out afterwards. Thankfully, we didn't.
Brandon tried to get me to go across the street to the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris was like, "Oh, let's go back to the room and like just put some."
You needed to go back to the room. I felt like
Yeah.
When Brandon told me you were going out, and I was like, "There's no way that's happening. There's no way that's gonna happen."
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, I heard him say it," and I was like, "I'm sure he said it, but that's not gonna happen."
Yeah.
Saying it is one thing. Making your feet do it is a whole nother ball game.
That was a sweet room too that we had. Very nice.
How'd your pictures turn out?
Some of the ones. There's a couple I can show you, but we don't have the rest of them yet. She's working on them. Probably won't be for another week or two.
Gotcha.
Yeah, pictures were fun. They look good. Some stranger hugged me on the street, and
Yeah, that guy seemed cool.
no, well, he seemed all right, but it was just
He seemed cool on the street. I bet you if he was in your living room, it wouldn't be so much.
yeah. Because the first question would be, why are you in my living room?
Yes. Second, what's that smell?
Yeah, perhaps, perhaps, but yeah, I'm glad you had fun, and yeah, apologize for the break. Just been busy, working, doing school.
Yeah.
You know, Barry got neutered. They had cut real deep into his abdomen because his balls were sucked up in there, and I was really confused when we first got Barry because I like never saw his nuts, and I was just like, they said he's not neutered. And yeah, no, he's not neutered. I was just like,
Did it cost extra to have to go into the stomach for him?
yes.
That sucks.
Oh, I don't have to pay for it.
Nice.
The place we adopted him from has to pay for it. But yeah, it's a regular neuter, like when the testicles descend, I think is like, at least here, the going rate or so is like a couple $100, $200 some dollars for Barry surgery, cutting into the abdomen. There was a chance. So there was a chance that he was going to die because of how deep the search. And then, but if he didn't get neutered because they were so far up into his abdomen, it could create cancer or something like that. And Barry's overall just a really fucked up dog. He's got a lot wrong with him, but he's okay.
That's good.
It's like $650.
So this is interesting to me because I never thought about this. You just said two things that are very interesting to me.
Yeah.
One, you said the going rate around here to have your balls, your dog's balls chopped off is what, $200 let's say?
200 something.
Whatever. Does that really, like, if you get a dog neutered in Hawaii, okay, a gallon of milk in Hawaii is $5.
I think
here
so.
It's $2.29. Why would that be more expensive there?
I think it would be.
I get the milk because you have to ship it there.
Cost of living.
That's just
You gotta ship the cut off testicles somewhere.
the scissors.
I don't know, dude.
Don't they reuse those?
It's more than scissors.
I would be damned if I would pay more just because I was in California or what. Okay, I can even see. Let's take Hawaii off the table because Hawaii, yeah, you gotta you gotta ship supplies, whatever. But milk is still $5 in California.
Maybe.
There's no reason why cutting a dog's nuts off should be more in California than it is in Wisconsin. The second thing that was interesting to me is why. Okay, is it more expensive, the surgery here, because there's a chance that Barry could die? I felt like you were going down that path.
No, well, it's just because of how deep they had to go.
Shouldn't it go based on how much time it takes?
I think it did take more time, and he's got staples in his stomach. We have
You got to pay for the staples. That's
endless
true.
medication. Here he is right now, the cone to wonder, Mr. Barry Bernard, the Barley Boy.
He doesn't even care about that cone. He just pushes it through.
Dude, and it's so annoying because in his kennel's in our room, and then in the middle of the night, it's fucking just like he's squirming, and it's hitting the sides, and it's like, geez.
Dude, imagine him. He can't sleep. He's in a bell right now.
He's got a comfortable ass bed in his kennel.
But his head is inside of a bell, and he keeps banging it on the side of his cage. That's loud as hell to him. He hears better than we do in the first place.
And he just got his nuts removed.
Yeah, and he's got no nuts. That's a pretty. I mean, cut the dog some slack.
Yeah, I do like Barry. I like Barry more than Phil.
Can't go down that road with you.
Why?
Because I love Phil.
Going rate of dog neutering surgery. Let's find out the average. What? No way. Neutering procedures can run anywhere from $35 to $250 depending on your dog's breed and age.
Why does the breed matter?
Where you live and what type of clinic you visit.
That means we're on the high end?
I guess so. $35? Who's paying $35 to neuter your dog? And that's in like an alley with some creep with a like, you know, he's got the jar of Skippy right next to him. He's like, I'll neuter your dog.
Yeah, I'll cut it off with a piece of this window I just broke.
That's weird. But yeah, depending on where you live, can impact it.
See, so apparently I was thinking about it backwards.
What do you mean?
Because I thought that we were on the low end of the you know, and like if you go to higher places where things cost more, I don't even know what costs more here than other places, but apparently cutting dogs' balls off is the one.
All right, so I'm looking at the spay and neuter fees for the Contra Costa County, which is in California. Wow. Dogs 50 pounds to 100 pounds, $107.
Not bad.
So we're at the high end.
Yeah, we are at the high end.
Dogs 20 to 50 pounds, $89. Dogs under 20 pounds, $73. Cats, $50.
I wonder if that's like a supply and demand thing where there's just a less of a supply here, so and then we care more if our dogs are neutered.
While
so
in California, spaying and neutering is mandatory for dogs and cats over the age of 4 months. Exemptions are provided for animals whose health would be endangered by the procedure for the animals owned by city licensed breeders. Interesting. I feel like that doesn't happen though. I mean, then there wouldn't be any dogs in California then.
No, yeah.
But that's the rules.
No, if they find a dog on the street, they put him in cuffs if he's got his nuts.
Do they cuff his nuts too?
Eventually. Real tight.
That's what they do. Interesting. So while we learned a lesson, so Wisconsin, we're at the high end of the neuter cost.
Yeah. So if you're in Wisconsin, and you're going on vacation, and you need to get your dog neutered,
go to California.
Yeah, you take him with you.
Yeah,
it'll be cheaper.
That's
and honestly, your dog needs a vacation.
Well, yeah, especially if you're about to.
It's -10 outside.
Especially if you're about to remove his nuts. I mean, you know.
Although I don't know, they say it makes them happier. So,
what the fuck? So Wisconsin Humane Society says spay and neuter for an average dog is $110. Why am I paying so much? This is unacceptable.
You guys got taken for a ride.
Don't act like you paid for.
I paid for Phil's neuter.
Yeah, but not Barry's.
Well, yes, of course I didn't pay for Barry's. That's fine, but I'm saying I did pay for the removing of testicles, and I could have done it myself. I've castrated goats in my day.
Well, you got to look at that billing statement because if they use the gold scissors, I mean,
maybe it's the medication that cost extra.
You got to pay for that too.
You know, she comes out of the room and now she's very matter of fact. Told you so. Fucking
it has nothing to do with the room. She's your wife now. Therefore, she is right.
Actually,
right? That's how it works.
My dumb husband.
But now you've got leverage.
What do you mean? If it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have this luxurious life.
Yeah, I was watching her chase the dogs around before while Ashton was running circles around her. Real luxurious. It looked great.
Some people like that. It's called having a family, Rob. That's what happens sometimes. Okay. Sorry, you and your bougie lifestyle. Oh, I'm gonna go move to Georgia and abandon this Wisconsin bullshit. I'm better than Erwan.
I do know Erwan, and I'm better than him.
Oh, jeez. Well, it's good to be back in the swing of things here. We drank Maplewood Brewing Company.
I like this can.
Silver Morning. I do like the can. It's very pretty. Winter Lager. Rob, did you like it? What do you think? On the bottom it says Be Fluid. What does that mean?
It means go with the flow.
Be fluid, or like
or it's not an A fluid. It's a rating. I think. This is a B fluid.
A B fluid.
An A fluid would be exemplary.
It's BE though. Is this like, or is it fluid from a B?
Right.
Is this telling me to be fluid within like my gender and stuff?
I think they just got a B in spelling.
Yeah, maybe. Perhaps.
And, they just got it wrong.
Do you drink it or do you dump it?
I would drink it anytime it's in front of me.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I wouldn't reach for it, but present it to me in a.
I can think of a lot of beers that I wouldn't drink over this, or like that I would
Right.
reach for this over. So I say drink it.
All right, there it is. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Dudes on a Porch. You can email
Or
us.
Drew on Twitter, because when I log in, he changes the password.
I thought we were getting hacked. The one time you fucking log into a Twitter in the years that the podcast has been going, the couple of years that you've been on it, you've never once have showed an interest in Twitter. But when the Bucks game isn't on TNT locally, and I get a notification saying, "Oh, your fucking Twitter has been logged in at somewhere else," I'm like, I better change the password because I know it's not me logging on to Twitter. So I'm sorry.
Like I said, I was flattered that the idea of me going on Twitter was less likely than you being hacked.
You also tweeted wrong.
I know. I always do. That's why I don't go on Twitter, man.
Let me. I'm pretty sure it's still on.
I'm about
here.
to be embarrassed. I know it.
I'm pretty sure it's still on here, but like, there was no. I had to comment on your tweet to specify what you were talking about. It
I
goes,
don't even know what that.
at NBA on TNT. Anyone know why the game isn't on TNT? What game?
The only game that was on TNT that night.
Not everyone lives in Wisconsin, and like, there might have been other local games on TNT, and I had to comment saying, talking about the Bucks game. That's what I had to say.
It was my first time in 2 years.
So we'll work with it. You'll improve your Twitter game.
If we could get rid of that, so if I ever need to be like involved with Twitter, no one can go back through the history of my Twitter use and go, "This guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing."
It's staying on there.
All right, that's fine.
For a long time, in the bio it said, tweet signed by Drew or Rob, and then eventually I was like, well, Rob doesn't do it, so it's just me. I'm not even.
You might as well, yeah.
But yeah, all right. Follow us on social medias. Dudes of the Original Porch. You'll find us.
Yeah.
Untapped.
And why
Instagram.
isn't the game on TNT?
Why isn't the game on TNT? Nobody knows. All right. Bye.
Late.
Pew pew audio. Goodbye, everyone.